Hey there, groovy dudes and dudettes, this is Thomper B. Thompin, and in this video I want to show you what it is like to use a 2020 Yamaha Kodiak 450 for utility work. Most people who are buying these machines are buying them for dual purpose, for trail riding and also doing some utility work. I use mine mostly just to haul like camping gear on the racks, but also to drag logs around. We do a lot of trail clearing and it's just a great tool to move those logs. So I'm gonna swap the camera around here and dive right into the business end of this thing. Bear with me. All right. So these Kodiak 450s, I don't know if all of them do. Mine's an EPS model, but I think darn near most of these things come with it's really dirty, the 2-inch hitch receiver. So let me pull this out. That's what it comes with, a 2-inch hitch receiver. These things are approximately $85, $90 if you're gonna get them from Yamaha afterwards, if yours by chance doesn't come with one. But this thing is rated to tow 1,330 pounds. It is the same tow rating as the Kodiak 700 and the Grizzly 700. I know both of those use the same motor currently, but yeah, that's a little odd, isn't it? I'm really curious as to why you guys might know why the tow rating is the same for all those vehicles. Obviously, the engine is not the limiting factor because this 450 has a lot less power than those 700s. But I'm curious, is it the transmission? Is it the belt? Is it just the chassis itself? Because they all have a 2-inch hitch receiver on them as well. That's how they link up with whatever you're pulling. So yeah, very curious to see, to know what you guys think it might be. Perhaps the differentials, the axles, I'm not sure. But yeah, tow rating, 1,300 pounds, 1,300 and change. So these Yamahas, these Kodiaks, they come with a pretty basic rack system. There's nothing very special about these racks. They do have a nice, it's difficult to see because it's so dirty, but it's like a textured finish on here that's supposed to help them stand up to scrapes, to keep that powder coat on there a little bit longer. But the racks are, they're well designed. They kept it very simple. The rear, this one holds 176 pounds and the front holds approximately like 80 or so. I'll put the specs in the description below. Yeah, the front racks are nice and widespread, so you can easily fit quite a bit on there, and the backs of course are nice and wide too, and you have this little plastic flat piece that aids in holding larger cargo there. So that is essentially it for all the utility components of this vehicle. You got the 2-inch hitch receiver, the back rack, the front rack. Of course, you have a low range, and you also have selectable 4-wheel drive. Some of these Kodiaks do have a differential locker that's in that same exact place. I wish I had that earlier today when I was trying to climb this one hill. First time I ever really felt that I needed it. All right, well, the camera is not going to do these logs any justice, but I promise you these are enormous. We drive our trucks over them, so my 4Runner hull kitted out is definitely over 5,000 pounds, and I drive over this bridge all the time. We're actually kind of removing these logs so we can rebuild it a little bit better. But got a yank strap. Well, it's technically a tow strap, so I got to be careful. Hooked up to the rear hitch receiver there, so I'm going to fire it up and let it rip. I'm not going to give her everything because I don't want to break the wheeler, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. If we budget a little bit, I'm happy. right, well, that turned out much better than I thought it would. Thank goodness I didn't embarrass myself, and the thing just stopped dead in its tracks. But yeah, like I said, these logs are pretty heavy, and that thing actually ended up pulling it no problem. I have had a few pulls out here where traction was just lost, and I just kept digging in, and so I couldn't really take it anywhere. But this thing will pull some heavy weight. Thanks for watching, everybody.